I have a special for you again, because today we are comparing electric cars. The first time that we're comparing 3 electric cars in one video, and today we are actually having the new e-tron GT, which we're currently sitting in, then the RS e-tron GT, so that is the RS version of this electric car, and of course more or less the sister car, a car that is very interesting as well, the Porsche Taycan Turbo S in the end. So we will compare those cars, and they all have different power output, because more or less this standard e-tron GT has around 475 HP, but still a massive amount of torque. The RS e-tron GT has up to 650 HP in that boost mode, and of course the Taycan Turbo S goes even up to 761 HP in this specific launch control mode. Of course the cars are running in slightly different conditions, because the RS e-tron GT and this e-tron GT are running on 20-inch winter tires, whereas the Taycan that we tested was running on 20, I think even 21-inch summer tires, which of course is better for the time to 100, but maybe those other tires have a small advantage once it comes to the 100 to 200 time. So let's actually kick it off with this e-tron GT, first on the country road as well as on the Autobahn. So let's now see how fast the car goes 100 to 200. So you have just seen it, it's quite decent that this more or less standard and basic e-tron GT already goes into 4 seconds, more or less a good 4 seconds to 100. And also I think the time from 100 to 200 is about 10 seconds, and it's very, very competitive, also looking at some other non-electric cars. So the next car, of course, we're looking at, we're jumping into the RS e-tron GT with about 650 HP. Now see how fast the RS e-tron GT goes 100 to 200 on the open Autobahn. So guys, you have definitely seen a difference in this timing. I mean, 3.2 seconds to 100 is a huge jump also from the e-tron GT. So if you're asking, is it really worth to opt in for the RS e-tron GT? I would say yes, because you really feel and can also measure the difference in power. I mean, 3.2 seconds to 100, and also then this around 7 seconds, 7.5 seconds, depending on the run that we did, 100 to 200 is simply brutal. So the next car that is of course now getting out, we want to find out, is that Porsche Taycan Turbo S, which in theory should even have 110 horsepower more than the RS e-tron GT, still faster? We will find out on the Autobahn. Let's now see how fast the Taycan Turbo S goes from 100 to 200. Watch this. Amazing stuff. Oh man, you have seen it. That 2.8 seconds to 100 is a simply insane number. Of course, it had the better and more sticky summer tires than the RS e-tron GT, but nevertheless, we also tested the RS e-tron GT with summer tires in Greece last year, and we also got this 3.0, 3.1, 3.2 seconds. We never managed a time of below 3 seconds, so that means the Porsche Taycan Turbo S still is the king to 100, and the launch is simply brutal. Secondly, I have to say that of course also the number of 100 to 200 is better. First, of course, we have a 6.9 seconds, which does not seem a lot, but if you're considering the fact that the car was running on wider and bigger tires, probably on the same tire option, the difference would be even bigger once you would put the RS e-tron GT on that number. So I think you can definitely tell that there's a difference 100 to 200 even between the RS e-tron GT and the Porsche Taycan Turbo S.